Yo, what's up? This is your boy Kevin, Taj, or Zahir, whichever one you know me as, and this is my real life, regular person review of the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Currently, I'm using both the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge as well as the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. But I wasn't going to get this device until I heard consumers report that stated this was the best smartphone that they had ever reviewed. And I was like, okay, now I got to get it. You know what? That's not really what did it. It was MKBHD. If you don't know about him, find him. He's on YouTube. And I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get the device and check this out. So I went ahead and decided to go ahead and get this device, and it has been a wonderful experience for me. As of right now, I love this device. I've had it for about 3 weeks now, and it does everything that I needed to do. What comes into the package is your regular stuff. You have your charger, you have your plug, you have your adapter, you have your headphones, your earbuds actually. And what I like about the earbuds is how it's packaged. I thought they were going to be purple, but that's just the case that they're coming in. They're actually white. So I did like that. And as always, I always like to get a case for my device when I get a new device. So these are the two cases that I decided to get for the device. One is a harder type plastic for the S7, and the other is a softer plastic. And the put on is very simple. They're cheap. You can get them from Amazon. I suggest everyone go get one. Go to Amazon. They're usually somewhere between like $4.59 or something like that on up to $11 or $12, depending on the case that you want. And for me, I don't really need anything, long as it covers around the edges of my case and it has some height around the top where I can place it face down and the glass not touch the surface. That works for me, and that's what it does. And easy pop on, as you saw here. Some of the things I like about the device is the display, but what I haven't liked in a device in a long time since the original Note pictured here, original Note Edge, is the fact that I can have everything actually on the edge and I didn't have anything on my home screen. I'm able to once again do that because with the 6 Edge, it had a side panel, but it didn't have enough space for me to place all my apps. So I still had to have apps on the main screen. But now with the new Edge, as you see, I don't have anything over there on the right hand side. Now I have everything on the edge. My compass for when it's time for me to pray. I have my calendar when I need to utilize my calendar. I have my contacts. And then lastly, I have my applications. Now that I have 2 rows, and you can add more rows, I now have all my applications on the side. And I don't actually have to have anything on the main screen. And that was the biggest part that I missed about having the Note Edge.
Okay, Google. What time is it?
The time is 3:03 p.m.
So as you can see, the speed, everything about the devices are pretty much comparable, the same. The battery life, that's a big thing for me as well. Since I'm no longer just using one Android device as my main device and my iPhone, which I use sometimes, the battery life on both seems to be comparable to each other. Both are always at around 76-75% when I get off of work. Both have Marshmallow Android. I utilize both for social media, for Instagram, for Snapchat and video recording and all of that stuff, and both of them seem to be holding up. Whereas before, I was using most of my stuff on my Android device because I preferred it, and I didn't realize that this is why my battery is going down more so than my iPhone device. My favorite part of the device as a whole is the reason why I got it, the camera for vlogging and for pictures. And the camera is amazing. What I love ever since they started doing these two devices, whether Android or iOS, is the Pro feature. I love Pro. What I love about Pro and what you would love about Pro, you average consumer, well, maybe not the average consumer because you don't care about aperture and you don't care about the ISO and you don't care about stuff like that. You just use auto, go on by your business. But for me, I love taking photos and I love using these different features and being able to control these things. As not a professional, but as an amateur photographer, I do like to utilize these options. Also, what I like about it is the option of your picture size, and I always max out resolution when it comes to pictures. Now, when it comes to video, I don't necessarily use the max all the time, but there are options there. What a lot of people may like is the filter options. They do have built-in filters that you can utilize instead of having to use the ones within Instagram or other applications, but you can control different aspects of each filter, which is an amazing thing. But again, most people won't use it. It's there, it's gimmicky. I don't personally use it, but it's a nice option there. But what I do like is that you get to save those custom settings, and once you get those custom settings, you can always pull those up, and that can be your thing, your own personal filters. Something that was missing that you have to download is the dual camera option, which I love to utilize. Why? That's why. Dual camera, it was on the original Note. It wasn't on the S. It came as a download later on, but it doesn't have the option to flip back and forth. As you can see, once you flip, it goes away. But on the original Note Edge, you could flip back and forth and the cameras would just switch, and you would still have both dual camera, whichever mode you chose to choose that on. So that's one of the things that I miss about my original Note Edge. But overall, the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge is an amazing device, and I actually plan on shooting an actual real video with it sometime soon, and it's going to be amazing, and we're going to see really what this device can do. Oh yeah, don't forget it's waterproof. We'll work on that next.